Twain once said, "Quitting smoking is easy. I've done it 1,000 times." Now, that probably got a laugh out of my smokers and maybe a little chuckle out of my non-smokers. But in reality, that is a very serious statement. Whether or not you smoke or you know someone who does smoke, you probably want them to quit, and they probably have tried about 1,000 times. Quitting smoking is one of the hardest addictions to beat. American Cancer Society actually ranks it up there with hard quitting addictions like heroin and cocaine. Only about 4 to 7% of all people who quit actually stay quit. And only 3% of those people who use a quit smoking product quit forever the first time. I may not have taken these polls, but I know that this is true. I'm a smoker, about a pack a day, and have been smoking for about 15 years. I've quit 20, 30, 50, 1,000 times like Mark Twain. I've tried everything from the patch to the gum to cold turkey, and I've quit anywhere from 2 hours to 3 years. But something keeps drawing me back. So why, as a smoker, would I continue to smoke? Well, first off, it's the addiction. The American Cancer Society states that what's addictive in cigarettes isn't actually tobacco, it's nicotine. Nicotine is a naturally occurring drug in tobacco that enhances physical and emotional and mental pleasure. This drug can actually travel to your brain faster than taking a needle full of drugs and injecting them into your bloodstream. So now you know why smoking is so great. But like all drugs, nicotine has some very serious side effects. There's lung cancer, heart disease, strokes, and macular degeneration, which causes blindness in the elderly. The American Cancer Society also states that for males, they can get blood vessel disease, which causes erectile dysfunction. And females, if you're trying to have a baby, you're more likely to miscarriage or have low birth weight babies. Or if you're on birth control, you're much more likely to have a heart attack or stroke. Very startling statistics, and you might think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm a smoker. Don't worry, you're not alone. I have a chart of statistics here from the American Heart Association. This poll was taken in 2006, and I've listed different statistics for races and cultures, but men in America, how many of them smoke? 26.2 million. That's 23.5% of the American population. Women, we're not too far behind. 20.9 million, 18.1% of the American population. And what does all that smoking lead to? The American Heart Association states that every year, 1 out of every 5 deaths is related to smoking. So now that I've put a little fear into my smokers, how about my non-smokers? Don't think that because you don't smoke that you're safe. That person that you love or know that does smoke around you is killing you. They're killing you with secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke is defined by the American Cancer Society as the smoke that burns off the tip of a cigarette, as well as the processed smoke that is exhaled from a smoker. When you breathe in that processed smoke, you're actually inhaling over 250 toxins. 50 of those toxins are scientifically proven to cause cancer. So that means that if you're an adult, you're at an increased risk for heart attacks, strokes, and lung cancer, just like a smoker. And for your children, they are at increased risk for sudden infant death syndrome, severe asthma attacks, and multiple ear infections. So you definitely want to make sure you're checking out your babysitter, whoever's watching your kids when you're not around. So now that I have everyone's attention, let's talk about actually quitting smoking. When I ask you, what does it take to quit smoking? What do you think is the most important thing? I'm sure I would hear a ton of answers. Let me tell you the number one thing that you need: self-motivation. You are the only person who started smoking, and you are the only one who can motivate themselves to quit. I've quit because it's been too expensive, or because my friends didn't like it, or because I got tired of doing laundry from everything smelling like smoke all the time. But because I wasn't really ready to put the cigarettes down, I continued to smoke. I went to smokefree.gov and I pulled up a list of steps that you can take to quit smoking. Start off with self-motivation. Then you want to set a quit date. It can be 2 months from now, 2 days from now, but make sure you're ready. Choose your quitting method. You might go cold turkey. You might use a non-smoking aid. You might even get a prescription from your doctor. And then build a support group. While you are the only person who can quit smoking, your friends, your family, your doctor, or even a support group like Smokers Anonymous, they're the ones that are really going to pull you through when you stumble and miss a step. So now that you're ready to quit, if you do decide to use a smoking aid or non-smoking aid, you have 2 choices. And several of these choices have been approved by the Food and Drug Administration. You have products with nicotine and products without nicotine. You might be thinking, if I'm quitting smoking already, why would I use a product with nicotine in it? And those products would be like the patch, or smoking gum, lozenges, nose sprays, inhalers. Well, products with nicotine will help you with physical cravings. You're eliminating all of those other bad ingredients in your cigarette. So nicotine is not as horrible for you when it's by itself. Then you have prescription drugs. The most popular, which have actually been invented to quit smoking, are Chantix and Zyban. Now, these 2 drugs must be prescribed by your doctor. There are other drugs out there that have been created for other issues like depression or heart disease that can help you quit. Talk to your doctor about these because they might work a little better for you. Or if you have a pre-existing condition, you might not want to take those drugs. So, now that we've got our whole plan together, understand that using a non-smoking aid does not mean that there won't be struggles and there won't be trials. Smokefree.gov says that because of withdrawal symptoms, most people go back to smoking within 1 week. Some of the most noticeable side effects include dizziness, tiredness, gain in appetite, loss of sleep, or irritability at your job. I've gotten into a few fights with my boss when I've tried to quit smoking. Luckily, he was part of my support team, so he gave me a little slack, and it worked out well. But once you're ready and you truly decide to quit, weigh all of your options out. Just know that it's worth it. These are just a few of the many benefits that you can gain from quitting smoking. And this list is provided by the American Cancer Society. Within 20 minutes, your blood pressure and heart rate will reduce back down to a normal level. Within a week, you'll be able to taste better, smell better, and do more strenuous activities like walking your dog or playing with your kids. And in just 15 years of not smoking, all of the major health risks that you face as a smoker will be back to the level of a non-smoker. So, for my smokers, and for those of you who want to motivate someone you know who smokes to quit, hopefully I've given you some great information that you can pass on to them. Smoking is very hard, and you will fail many times. But in the end, it's all worth it for better health and living to see these friends and family and everyone that you love for the rest of your life. Good luck. Hope you quit. I know I'll be trying to. Thank you.